Hey everyone, Andy's free guitar chart videos here. We got a couple of great charts for you today. I have a couple of great charts to show all of you who have been following these videos, my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook group friends. I have a lot more YouTube subscribers and Facebook group members, but I have my friends who I offer links to the YouTubes and also to the Facebook group Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos. And there's an instruction below each one of the video segments to put together the URL and go to the site Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos, where you can see this video uninterrupted in segments with a brief 2-second break in between each segment. My birds are excited. And that's that. So I've been working mostly on two charts. This one yesterday, and I haven't looked at it in about 24 hours. But there's just two topics that I just became interested in the past few days. So here we go. Let's look at this. Chart 268. We've got 268 and 270. And 269 is the precursor for 270. One would assume that the precursor for this was 267, but that's not entirely necessary. So we see here 267 minor arpeggio 4/5 subs. This is a 4/5 sub chart, and we will be using the subs, the substitution of the fourth and the fifth caged, pentatonic, and tritonic shapes into the cage that we're playing, the diatonic, the one cage. And of course, when I say caged, it doesn't mean we're limited to that, but we have to learn that first, and then then you learn how they interlock, and that's how you get horizontal movement from cage to cage. But you have to first learn each cage position, which makes it easier because in cage one there's no substitution. Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute. In cage one there's no substitution, so the root key, let's talk about the key of C, but it doesn't have to be the key of C, but it usually is, because in the cage system, C, A, G, E, D, and then it goes C, A, G, E. You know, I don't have an 88 key piano, which is part of today's lesson. So in the C box, we have our diatonic scale. We have our pentatonic right here, 3, 5, 6 root 2, 3, 5, 6 root 2. Okay, then 3, 5 again. In the long form, this one actually might have the long forms here. We can break into that root, that 5, 6, 7 here, but in pentatonic we wouldn't play that 7 anyway, you know. So playing the long form of the C cage. Okay, so here's old Bessie, my guitar. I kind of want to stick with her, but this is where your fret nut is. This is where my fret nut is. That makes sense. This is E. This is D, and this is C as far as these notes. Okay. Okay, so we just have to get, with the same note group that we're on here. Okay, so this is my C cage, this is my A cage, or tripentatonic A cage, tripentatonic C cage. When we go towards the fret nut, we're going the caged word backwards. And this is what I was talking about with the key of C. Cage is phrased in the key of C. It's not phrased in the key of G, or it would be the G E D B A system, whatever that spells. So the caged word is an easy word. When we're going to the right, as you're looking at your guitar, your right, we go up the caged word. When we're going to the left, we go down the caged word or up a pentatonic scale, D, E, G, A, C, and it repeats, D, E, G, A, C. So it's important to know that it repeats so that you know that A goes to C and D goes to C, going down in the caged word. A goes to C, so it repeats again in like a circle. But remember, don't confuse that circle with the circle of string-shaped fifths, because the circle of string-shaped fifths is the caged word every other letter, and you play it going this way. So we got the C box here, okay, and then we have the G box here, and then we have the D box up here. Okay, so that's in fifths. The opposite way is going in fourths, which is up a pentatonic scale. So if we have the C box way up here, okay, and then we're going to have the E box here, and then we're going to have the A box here, and then we would have the D box down here. Okay, so we kind of covered them all. I just kind of skipped on you there. I skipped up so we could come back down the other way. And we're going to learn that kind of technique where on the first pass we're getting one thing, and on the second pass we're getting another thing. We're getting the other thing. Okay, so we might want to, if you wanted to say cover all numbers from 1 to 10, on the first pass you would go the odd numbers, on the way back down you do the even numbers. That's pretty much what we did, and that's going to make it easier in the next chart that I'm talking about. So what I want you to see is that this is the C shape, this is the A shape. Tripentatonic means it has the two other shapes, just to come along with it. So in the C shape, let's say the A shape, because I don't want to have to get Mr. Capo in. Oh, by the way, it's the season for little cuts on my fingers, so I'm not going to be so bold when I'm playing. Here's your A shape. Okay, so that's your A-shaped root. So you got 5 root 3 there, and that naturally goes to the 4th is the D shape, and to the 5th is the E shape. And by the way, that we've got to like roll along because we've covered this a lot. Okay, so in retrospect, just zooming out a little bit, in the original the one, we'll call it the 1 shape. So we're in the C shape. That's our 1. Okay. The minor triad for the C shape is it's minor, and the key of C would be A minor. So that's easy about the 1 box, and you can play the diatonic. When we are still in that C box, now we're going to be looking at the E shape in that C box. We're going to substitute an E shape there, but we're not going to substitute the diatonic E scale, or we'd be in the key of E, or be in the key of something that E's the 4th of, maybe, or something that E's the 5th of. But really we'd be in the key of E if we did the diatonic, the entire diatonic E scale. And then we look at that substituted shape and we take its relative minor and we get the 2nd, which gives us our D minor shape. And similarly in the 3rd, so this is why we have the substitutions, the 3rd in the C, E, G box. Remember,